Welcome everyone to another edition of 4D, Def's Daily Dose of Dota. I'm your host, Michael Defesis Plumley, and today it's November 7th, and this is episode 19 of 4D, and we're going to be focusing on a hero that you don't really see a lot of. He's not in the popular meta. You don't see him a lot on the ladder, but if you've watched any recent Team Secret games, you'll notice that he's one of the more prominent heroes and one of the more successful heroes, I feel, that Big Daddy No-Tail has been playing. I'm talking about Elder Titan, someone who's gotten buffed repeatedly in different ways in the last couple patches. You can tell that Valve really wants more heroes, or more people to play this hero. I think in 6.82 he might have had a Aghanim Scepter buff added, but what we're going to be focusing on today is the support play, so probably won't see an Aghanim Scepter coming out from Big Daddy No-Tail. But we're going to be focusing on his Echo Stomp ability, how he uses Elder Titan's stun, how he uses that Astral Spirit, whether it be to zone heroes to stay away, to scout, or to help coordinate a stun. And we're also going to be looking at the impacts of his Natural Order, which I still can't do the numbers in my head, but I know it buffs your allies, makes them more weaker. I don't know, it's a very difficult talent to model. It reduces base armor, meaning not the ones from items, but specifically coming from agility, in addition to the base armor that a hero is given at level 1. You can imagine that would be very useful against agility heroes who are going to have higher agility levels. And it also reduces magic resistance, a useful ability to have, whether you have a high magic dealer on your team, someone like Zeus, someone like Sand King, someone like Skywrath Mage, or if you just want to increase effectiveness against any of the heroes, since magic resistance is across the board a common defense mechanism. We're going to hop into the game. Tonight's game is going to be Virtus Pro, Polar, that is, the team picked up by Virtus Pro, against Team Secret from the Summit 2. And as always, I'd like to hop in right at the end of the draft, when there's usually one more pick from each team to come out, just so we can see what these drafters have kind of put together composition-wise so far, and how they round out their drafts. I like to use these kinds of drafts, even in all-pick matches that I play by myself, whether it be ranked or unranked, just to kind of help see what kind of synergies I might not be thinking of, what kind of exploits against certain heroes drafters come up with. Let's hop into the draft between Team Secret and Virtus Pro Polar. As always, right before the 5th picks, I like to look at Virtus Pro's, we'll look at Secret's lineup. They just drafted an Anti-Mage, that's going to be their carry. And we have an Elder Titan and Puck, who could both be supports. Puck might be mid lane. There's an off lane Tide Hunter, excellent opening pick by them. Witch Doctor, that's actually going to be another support by Team Secret, so we should see Anti-Mage and Puck playing the carry roles. Witch Doctor and Elder Titan supporting. Tide Hunter, great offlane hero. Likewise for Virtus Pro, they start out with a support Ogre Magi. Timbersaw, good offlane hero. Sven should be their primary carry here. And then they have their second support as Skywrath Mage. They have a little more time to come up with this last pick. You'll notice 2 intelligence heroes, both the supports for Virtus Pro. 2 strength heroes as well.
Reserve time.
Secret, their only agility hero is that Anti-Mage, who's going to be playing their carry position. And Elder Titan also able to pick up the support role, but is not an intelligence hero like Witch Doctor, so a little more survivability, a little more durable than these paper-thin supports like Skywrath Mage, Witch Doctor, who start out with very low strength numbers, and as a result their HP stays low for most of the game. Virtus Pro will round things out with a Bat Rider, a good initiation tool, someone who would love to pick off a support like a Witch Doctor, or even an Elder Titan. But we'll see how they want to play this. Hopping into the game, between Virtus Pro and Team Secret. Well, we'll be focusing on Big Daddy No Tails,
10 seconds,
support
5
Elder Titan.
seconds remaining.
Starting out
Prepare for battle.
down here with Secret. We're going to see the team staying together, moving together. Looking at the itemization here. Puppy pulling a Observer Ward over to Elder Titan, but he's just going to be picking up boots first. He's already above average movement speed. 315 plus 50 will give him 365 here. And we're going to make the minimap bigger. There we go. And we already see some fighting coming out. Elder Titan picking up that Astral Spirit. Will be getting a little bit of damage, but also adding some right-click damage to him, and I have no idea what Ogre's doing right here. Picking up Ignite for his first ability. Chasing No Tail, but No Tail doing significant damage with that Astral Spirit. He's plus 40 now. Chasing down Ogre Magi, and the briefcase hits hard, claiming the first kill. The bonus damage from Astral Spirit is nothing. There's nothing to laugh at. A lot of times it does get passed over, I would say. Not really thought about. Everyone focuses on using that Astral Spirit to land some long-range stuns, or sleep, as this Echo Stomp is technically. But, as you can see, the more targets you hit, it does give you bonus damage. Another ability that comes to mind very similar to this is, I believe, Overwhelming Odds from Legion Commander. Gets a flat damage amount, but also increases the more you're able to land it on creeps and heroes. That's a bit of a skill shot ability. Makes it a little more situational. And we see the Astral Spirit coming in again. Elder Titan now with plus 30 damage. With nothing else, it will help him get some last hits in. He did pick up a magic stick on the heels of his first blood. And we see him just picking up a TP scroll as well if he does have to rotate. We are going to see S4 in the carry position getting the last hits here. Batrider has the offlane role. He has his work cut out for him early on with both Elder Titan and Witch Doctor by Puppy were in lane. It's the 1 minute 12 mark, and we did get a stack at the minute mark by Witch Doctor, so No Tail's just going to use this time to pull. Not only will this push the lane back, which was already getting pretty far pushed out, he'll also be able to get some pretty uncontested farm here, as well as rank up to level 2. And XP is highly sought after for these supports. He instead chose to not damage the creeps, just using it to deny the XP from Mag. No Tail using the Ancestral Spirit. Astral Spirit. We'll see how many times this game I call it Ancestral.
'Tis mine.
But the 2 minute mark comes out, and after that first blood we see a bit of a lull in the game. I always like to look and see if they have any items. Apparently he's been watching some Bulba games. Has the whole set. And at the 2:10 minute mark he will be pulling again. This time securing a double pull. He's going to right click once or twice more just to make sure that that's timed properly. With this, S4 will be able to farm and eventually have the lane pulled back under his creep tower. His tier 1 rather. But we see No Tail roaming away. He may have been watching this, wondering if he needs to rotate. Instead we see a little cheeky attempt to do a stacking pull. I like that. Always like to see use of the Astral Spirit in that way. With the Radiant jungle, there's not too many heroes who can take advantage of this high ground here. Between the 3 camps that we traditionally see pulls at, and the 2 lower ground camps that you'll often see a Batrider farming. But we see S4 just farming up the wave, coming forward with Big Daddy. Pushing Batrider, almost claiming a kill there. He's just level 2 though, so he'll be picking up his first point in natural order. And at the 3-minute 40 mark, we see another pull. Once again, the wave is already pushing out this far. It's getting dangerously close to the tower. More specifically, dangerously far away from the Radiant Tower. So with these creeps occupied, and some of them should be dying to this double pull, especially since this is a stack, that will help move the
Illusion!
line of creeps a little further to Kuroki's tower. And you can see the effect on the last hits it is having on the Batrider. Mag has already left lane once. He's only had 6 last hits. He's been brought low several times. But Elder Titan just stands here. Lets to soak up some of the XP. Lets Batrider get a few more last hits. He is level 3 now. He's going to pick up another point in Astral Spirit, increasing the damage as well as increasing the damage yielded from creeps and heroes. And we see a 2 support rotation for Big Daddy. And Elder Titan's big, but he will fall for the first time this game. However, he did buy a Sage Mask before he died. That will increase his mana regen a little bit. One of my favorite early game items to pick up, especially on the supports, since the majority of them are focused around using their abilities. But Big Daddy's back up. He's completed his Soul Ring. He has a few stick charges. Didn't choose to use those. He was already significantly a distance away from the tower. So instead we just see No Tail come mid, use his Astral Spirit to help zone, give a little damage. And now that he has the bonus damage, he's going to be getting some right clicks in on Sven. And with the Maledict, he will claim an assist there. We see the bulk of the damage being committed by Big Daddy. And a little bit of gold going his way, not a lot. Is able to get quite a bit of XP though. I love to see that item on Skywrath Mage, autographed Empyrean. We see Big Daddy not able to do much. Once again, can use the Astral Spirit. Did get a stun off there, but Ogre Magi will be able to run away.
You took that jape too far.
Now has a Ring of Protection on his hero. Only secured 4 last hits so far, but he's getting close to, presumably, Tranquil Boots will be his next item. And then just once again using the Astral Spirit to zone. Didn't even have it hit any creeps there. Using it again to get some damage.
Wake up, girl. Wake up.
And with the assistance of S4, they will claim a kill. Astral Spirit, some magic stick charges to make sure he didn't die to the Firefly. And he now has the 350 gold needed if he wishes to pick up the Tranquil Boots. That would be an excellent way for this support to regen his HP without having to walk all the way back to base. But he has to make it up to the side shop. And he is very low. There are several heroes missing on the map now. Little does he know they're in the jungle. So instead, we'll see him use the Astral Spirit, just kind of zone, look in through these woods here. And since he doesn't see anybody, he quickly makes his way and finishes those Tranquil Boots. Perfect timing as well, with Batrider just now running back. So we see Elder Titan porting to the top lane now. A Tango pooled on his hero. Just using the Astral Spirit, and you can see what Timbersaw has to do. He has to run away, suspecting a potential stun, a gank. But instead, Big Daddy is alone, with Simba using the time to rotate towards that 8-minute rune that he did take from Sven. Sven would have loved to get that, but he'll have to have a third full bottle. And now, both Tidehunter and Big Daddy are in the top lane. Another Astral Spirit just coming up to zone a little bit, making sure he does at least connect with the hero to do the damage. Do a little bit of damage. Perfect timing. Does get the Echo Stomp. That, in my opinion, did save that Tidehunter. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane,
Find peace,
this tri-lane
monster.
with S4 and Kuroki here is
Radiant's
doing
middle
work.
tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Elder Titan, though, just able to stand here alone against the Timbersaw. He does significant bonus damage once that Astral Spirit is out, along with giving him bonus speed that helps him escape should a certain support rotation come in. But Big Daddy's already one step ahead of them. He's went ahead and left lane, spent a couple minutes there, figured that a rotation would be on the way. Perfect zoning there. It is nighttime, so he will sit just at the edge of the top of the stairs, vision-wise, using his sacrifice to push out the Astral Spirit. You can see it all the way in lane, doing a little bit of damage to Sven and just posing a threat. Whereas Sven could have pushed up the hill, perhaps with the next creep wave. That is essentially a free defense. And that allows heroes like Tidehunter to farm up this double stack that Big Daddy stacked, as well as Witch Doctor, to not have to be sitting and babysitting the mid lane. Another Astral Spirit coming out, attempting to get
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
an echo, but it lands on no one. Nonetheless, the bonus speed allows him to escape from
Dire's
a support
top tower is under attack.
who does have a rank 3 Fire Blast now. We do see him rotate back into the mid lane now.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
All the lanes are pushed out quite well for Team Secret. And with the Astral Spirit in, the Echo Stomp would have landed, but a Ravage will suffice and claim a kill on Sven. And at 438 movement speed, Elder Titan can quickly rotate backwards. He can move back to the top lane with this fast movement speed. We see it 375, but it'll instantly go back up to 405 since he did pick these Trinkle Boots up. And now we see the first large item, a Void Stone. That will definitely increase his mana regen, much in the same vein that the Mage, or the Sage's Mask, did as he was building the Soul Ring. Might be working on... Probably will work on a Yule's Scepter as his next item. But we see him using this Astral Spirit, which deals 180 damage, to help zone and just keep the creep wave pushed away. Keep a solo lane Timbersaw from pushing up towards this tower. You'll see it's still at 75% health, as the Anti-Mage will take his first death of the game.
I am not thine.
Elder Titan thought about rotating. Instead, he'll stay up here. Now up to level 8, he has 2 points in Echo Stomp,
Dire's middle tower
up to
is
2
under
points in
attack.
Natural Order. Astral Spirit comes out again, hits on 3 creeps, and he gets 3 last hits as a result of that. And then after the creep wave's gone, we see him back up, using the bonus movement speed to just get a little quicker to that next lane. It looks like he'll be rotating with Tidehunter to the mid lane now. Tidehunter does have a smoke. Looking at their vision, they see no one on the map. So the Astral Spirit will just scout up on the high ground a little bit, walking around. But Big Daddy is already rotating back to this camp. And with the assistance of S4, he will farm it up. 60 bonus damage coming out from the Astral Spirit now that it's arrived, letting him hit a little harder and walk a little faster.
Greetings.
The camps are farmed up. The smoke has not been used yet. And we see the Astral Spirit come out again, land on several creeps, and then just continue to scout. He's pushing Ogre Magi all the way up with just the possibility of an Echo Stomp. VP Polar really having to respect what is essentially one hero. I just want to pause for a moment, and we can look at this. You'll see multiple heroes on the mini-map occupying the mid lane. Multiple heroes, whereas where are the 3 heroes for Secret there? Using their time to farm the jungle. Kuroki is able to farm out his own lane. Meanwhile, Illidan, even with the Midas, he's having to share XP in the middle. Just with S4 is here now, but just with one Elder Titan and an Astral Spirit, providing that constant threat of a push, or the constant threat that they could be caught out of position
Dire's middle tower is under
by
attack.
a Astral Spirit Echo Stomp. Astral Spirit coming out again, getting some damage in on the creep wave, and eventually scouting out Sven. This time forcing Sven all the way back to his own tower. And at the 15-minute mark, all the towers are still standing. Though Ogre Magi did fall in the middle lane.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And up to 800 gold,
Dire's bottom tower
Elder
is
Titan
under
could
attack.
soon get that Staff of Wizardry. But he's just happy to ensure the survival of his outer tier 1 towers. He's slowly getting to level 9, he's starting to improve that natural order, making sure when the team fights do happen, his allies will hit even harder.
Denied.
And a little bit of damage done to Elder Titan, but he's still able to secure a few more last hits. And we see him now rotating on
Middle
the
tower is under attack.
on Mag.
Behold.
Astral Spirit
Lasso it.
canceled from the lasso.
Puck out.
Echo Stomp does go off, but he's low,
Now your fish food.
and he will fall there with that fight.
Oh.
Timbersaw eventually bringing him down, but it is a 2 for 2. And more importantly, the Sven did fall for the first time in game. Or the second. He's actually died 3 times. Very surprising. The Anti-Mage, though, just 1 death. He gets to continue farming. His Battle Mage is online. Battle Fury. And at the 16, now 17-minute mark, we're going to take a break. That's beginning to be what I would consider the end of the laning phase, the end of the early game. We saw right at that fight our Elder Titan finally level up his ultimate. Most heroes are above level 6 now. The Anti-Mage now has the Battle Fury online, his first big item. And we've seen a lot of rotation coming out from our Elder Titan. When we come back from this break, we'll focus on the mid game and how Big Daddy No Tail chooses to position himself in these fights. If we continue to see Astral Spirit used as just zoning, if we continue to see more Echo Stomps. And specifically, I'm curious to continue looking at his build. Will he max out Astral, Ancestral Order? That shows you how often I play this hero. I don't even know what it's called. Natural Order. We'll be back with more of 4D after this.